had to focus in.
Mr. Worldwide stealing your spotlight,
like if I do anything like this or like move, like I'm pretty sure either I'm out of frame or it detects him. This perfect specimen.
It says the bald man's gone. Oh no, there he is. Brooks, there's so many games coming out this year in 2026. There's so much to be excited about, so many cool things, and we're going to get to all that. But first, in the South, this past couple weeks, we got hit by a storm.
We did. Sorry, I was unfocused again.
we were fully like, I was kind of locked in our house for like 2 weeks. And it was great. It was fantastic. I've never been so excited about like not having to do anything.
It was nice too. We were hunkered down as well.
Yeah, you and Em were just like chilling.
Yeah, dude. We really needed that. It sucked because like for contractors that is a awful thing.
Kind of, but also it gave us time to catch up on some stuff. So to be honest, it wasn't the worst thing.
It's a blessing and a curse depending on your circumstance, but it was a win overall for us. And the weather stunk. It was rough, and it was much worse for other people.
Oh,
but,
for sure.
Like being in North Georgia, like we were blessed to where it like kind of moved upward, and
we got hit pretty hard.
That's really, and this is sad to say, but like usually it takes a natural disaster or just a horrible medical emergency for me to get any sort of rest or to have any kind of true downtime and
free time.
Yeah. And that's been my reality since like 2019. So
well, guess what? We actually got to chill and play some games. So Brooks, what were your games like that you kind of gravitated towards for your cozy game time?
So I love Paper Mario, The 1,000-Year Door. And I beat it, like the main story, for the first time ever in my life during this snowstorm. I've played the original on the GameCube multiple times. Oh, sorry. Oh, I just had lunch. I've beaten I've never beaten the original. And I got to the very end multiple times, never beat the final boss.
And you just stopped?
Yeah, and I don't know why. I actually, I do know why. I wanted to save it to stream it or to record it to get my reaction, but I was like, I'm gonna let myself have this. So I beat the final boss. For me. I beat the final boss. I'm trying to 100% that file, and I'm really close. I have like 2 more super bosses and a few other things, but that also, I've been on my RPG kick. So I started the Super Mario RPG remake for the Switch, and I'm so bad at it.
It's a very different kind of game.
I'm so bad because the mechanic of like the timed button presses, it's a great mechanic and it's a great way to make combat engaging. But in the original, to my knowledge, they don't tell you what the timings are and you have to figure it out by trial and error, which is like not my favorite thing in the world.
Somewhat, yeah.
But in the remake, you get these like action command icons and you press the button, but that throws me off because it's like my brain overcompensates. My hands don't do it on time.
Yeah.
And it stinks. So it's a me issue. I know that. I almost got bodied on like baby mode the other day. It's called breezy. I almost literally got a game over on easy mode because I'm that bad at it. But those are my 2 cozy games that I've tried to dive into like really deeply during this downtime.
Well, I mainly played some older stuff. I think the only newer thing I played is I touched on Slay the Spire for the first time.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
Only like a little bit. I haven't really gotten too far into it. So it was just like a very, very loose thing. And then I did purchase Silent Hill F, which I'm very excited about. I've been very excited about this game for a very long time. And
shout out to King Wolves, who's been playing through Resident Evil.
Yeah, on the other side. Silent Hill.
We were also watching Gabby Smolders play and Jacksepticeye play Silent Hill recently.
Silent Hill F. The remake of 2. The remake of 2 just came out as well, and they had a bundle of both of them on Steam for $50 for both games. And so I was like, that's like 2 games half off. I'm gonna get that.
Yeah, Emily said that's my boy. Yeah, King Wolves is great. He'll probably be playing it eventually because he does horror games and stuff.
Silent Hill F is very cool because it's like the Japanese one. So you're in Japan for this one.
Oh,
and
wow.
you use like a camera to like
Oh yeah, that's
do some.
I was
It's
thinking of the other
almost-
Resident Evil game that came out recently.
Yes, so that's a different. No, it hasn't come out yet.
Oh, it hasn't. Okay. Oh yeah, that's
Hasn't
coming
come
out
out
in
yet.
February, right?
So we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, we will.
Yep.
Sorry,
We're gonna talk about that. But yeah, the Silent Hill game, they use like a camera. It's almost like Fatal Frame. If you've ever seen that, where you use like the
I've heard
camera
of it. I think.
to take pictures of ghosts.
Yeah,
and
it's an
stuff.
older game, right?
It's an older game. I think they had a remake, but it's a cool game. It's
I
kind
think
of
Dreamcast for that.
It's kind of in that. It might be.
Hold on, you keep talking. I'm gonna.
It might be that, but yeah, it's definitely like one of those kind of survival horror type games.
Yeah,
it's
it was released for the Dreamcast. I know
Nice.
I know a few things.
yeah, there you go.
Continue. Sorry.
But yeah, so it's very like old school survival horror stuff, and I do love those kind of games. They stress me out, but they're super fun. But I haven't actually gotten to play that. I did buy that while it was over the break, but I haven't had a chance to like sit down and actually play it because I've been playing my original copy. I don't have it right here with me. My original copy of Pokemon Blue. I went back and I have my analog pocket,
Yeah.
and I've been playing my original copy of Pokemon Blue on that, and it's just been like, because it's old and slower and like you don't have fast forward mechanics,
Yeah.
like it forces you to be slower and move at a slower pace. And to be honest, like that was kind of nice for the cozy game thing.
That gave me some crazy flashbacks because one of my favorite memories of Pokemon ever is it's at least a decade at this point, maybe more than a decade. I sat down and played the original Pokemon Red because I have Red and Blue, I think.
Yeah.
But I played through Red because I wanted a specific Pokemon in that game.
I always buy the blue version of it. So
yeah, I love
blue, silver, sapphire. Like
historically,
I'm on that side.
I've been that way. The only exception for me is like Fire Red because I love the
I bought Leaf
exclusive
Green.
one. Leaf Green's great. I think it honestly might have the better exclusives overall because you get Starmie and Starmie just steamrolls that game. But I watched through all of the Indigo League, and I know I talk crap about Pokemon anime, but I love the Indigo League, the original run of Pokemon, and all its cheesiness and flaws. I love it, and I played through that and beat every trainer, did everything in the game, and beat the Elite Four. Had a full team of 6. It was so rewarding to kind of like slow down and not speed anything up. And it was great. So that I relate to that. I've had that experience before.
Hilariously, while we were doing this, my son also got into watching the Indigo League. So we have now watched the entirety of the Indigo League in the past like 2 or 3 weeks. And he is like locked in with Pokemon, at least the show.
Yeah.
He's not quite old enough to get the games yet, but he's locked in as far as the show goes. The other game I've been playing, we were talking about it a little last week. We're talking about some ROM hacks and stuff with Pokemon last week. And I knew that I had Radical Red, so I locked in and played Radical Red for the first time.
Was it Radical Red or Fire Red Omega?
I can't remember. I think it might have been Fire Red Omega, actually. It's
Either way.
not the hard one. The one that's like all of the Pokemon are in the same thing, and all of them have the evolution cycles built into the game. And you choose like
who are your starters?
Elekid.
That's Fire Red Omega.
Okay, that one.
Elekid, Smoochum, and Magby. Those 3.
Yes.
That's Fire Red Omega. So,
Yeah,
I still am down to play Radical Red eventually. So,
yeah. It was Fire Red Omega. But I realized that I had that, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot I got this. I need to play this because we were talking about ROM hacks. And I literally texted you and I said, this is definitely the best way to play this game. This game is awesome this way. Like having all of, because it's up to Gen 3, 100% up to Gen 3. Like, so every Pokemon up to that point, I think it was like 300 and almost 400 Pokemon are all in that one game.
It's weirdly like 386 or 389 or something.
Yeah. But they're not locked behind any mechanics or anything like that. And so because of that, you have access to everything, and also you don't have to do weird things like trade to make your Kadabra evolve into an Alakazam. Or
Damn it, Andrew! It's 386, and I knew that off the top of my head.
Brooks, Brooks,
crap!
You're not supposed to be accurate.
Yeah, it's like there's like 400. And I was like, no, it's actually 386, and I'm like, why? Why do
I know that?
I don't remember anything. To ask Emily, I'm the knower of nothing. Like 99% of the time, she asks me, "Hey, what's going on?"
Unless it's a Pokemon question.
Unless it's like, dude, how many Pokemon are in the original Gen 3 National Dex? Oh, there's 386. Sorry. Oh God, help
but
me,
yeah,
Lord.
I've been playing that on my RG35XX SP. So.
Nice.
I'm playing that on my Game Boy SP style emulator. So it's been a very nostalgic last couple weeks for me when it comes to that stuff. That was just amazing, actually.
Nice.
But speaking of Nintendo, there's been a very large rumor that there is supposed to be a Nintendo Direct in February.
Nice.
Not the first one of the year, because we already had technically one for the year. But they generally have one in February in the past. I think they've notoriously had one in February pretty regularly. And generally the first one in February is when they announce like kind of the slate for the year.
Mm-hmm.
So, Brooks, I would love to pitch you my ideas for what I think either they will or I think they should do for this year.
Yeah, should and what they will do are two completely different beasts.
Sure. Maybe I'll start with what I think, if being optimistic, what I think they'll do, and then maybe we'll do like what they actually will do on the end. I think we're gonna get a lot of Pokemon Pokopia stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Obviously. I think we're gonna see a lot of things. Maybe an update to Metroid Prime 4. But I maybe some DLC or something there. But I feel like we're gonna see a lot of things that we may have forgotten about near the end of the year, because they had a big announcement at the end of the year where they talked about a bunch of different games, and then the Switch 2 released, and then all this stuff's kind of been steamrolling towards the Switch 2. And with the Switch 2 announcement, they also had like all these other game announcements. So I think we're going to be kind of getting into that stuff. The one I'm excited to hear about the most is the Duskbloods game. This is the FromSoft game that is a Switch 2 exclusive.
True, yeah. I hope it's a system seller. I don't think it will be, honestly. Like, my gut tells me no, but it'd be nice.
I think it's basically like, hey, we have a lot of FromSoft fans that really like also Nintendo. Let's give them a game. It's basically kind of what it feels like.
Yeah, because you can buy Dark Souls and like now Elden Ring on Switch 2. Like, I've beaten Dark Souls on the Switch before. It's not my favorite port,
but I feel like the Switch 2 would be better.
Yeah, it would
power wise, because it was like hindered by the power.
For me, the controls are a little just a little too wonky, because it's like the button placement of stuff that you have is like not my favorite.
Got it.
But I did beat Dark Souls Remastered on the Switch, and I'm glad it exists and I have it on the Switch because I love that game. It's one of my favorites.
Super cool that Elden Ring is also there, like properly, with I think the DLC is also on it.
Yeah,
too.
I'm sure it is. That's cool. I think Duskbloods is going to be nice. A few of my friends were talking about it. Just a side note, have you seen that the Switch 2 is like the fastest selling console in Nintendo history? Like, it sold so much. There's some statistics that have come out, and like the Switch 2 and the regular Switch are selling very well. I don't want to like say something that's wrong, but it is out there and talked about. Like, I saw it reported on, and despite how much I'm going to say me, despite how much I have my own personal convictions against Nintendo right now, for the most part, like, it doesn't matter because it's still successful.
So it is set the record as the fastest selling video game console in the US with over 17.37 million units sold in its first 7 months since its release in June 2025. It's outperformed the launch sales and holiday performance of the original Switch and Sony's PlayStation 5.
Yeah. Wow.
That's pretty nuts. And the fact that, like, I know for a fact that a lot of people don't have a Switch 2 yet.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's the power of, like, I noticed two things with that, like brand loyalty, and they are marketing. I went from 1 to 5. One is like super brand loyalty, which I think some people have loyalty to Nintendo, like almost to a fault sometimes, where they're like, nah, no, they're still great. They're still awesome. I'm like, no, they're not above criticism for being Nintendo. But I think the majority of it is just like, they're just selling to their consumer base, you know, like,
well, and like
families,
even we who have our issues with Nintendo aren't necessarily, they just haven't put anything out for us yet.
Oh yeah.
Like the moment they drop a Zelda game, like I'm in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't have, like, ZA's doesn't speak to me. I'm not a Mario Kart guy. Donkey Kong Bonanza looked fine, but I'm not going to buy an entire $500 console just for one game.
For like an $80 Donkey Kong experience.
Exactly.
Like 70, 80, whatever
like if it was bundled together, you know, I'd probably maybe get it, but it's still, and it's like, I don't care enough about Cyberpunk to get it there. And the enhancements that they bring is fine, but it's not like, I would rather play. I have stuff on my Steam account that I'm trying to play right now. So it's just like I'm not playing that stuff right now.
So bouncing off of what you just said about, like, if there was a Zelda game or whatever, I think I would love for Nintendo to kind of lay all their cards on the table at this next
direct
or in this next direct and be like, hey man, we're coming out the gate swinging. This is 2026. We're coming out with, like, at least at the very, very least, tease a 3D Mario, tease a Zelda, or tease like Gen
10.
Is it 10?
Yeah, it's 10.
10. Wow. See, I know something, but not all of them. Gen 10. Tease Gen 10. Like, those are your three biggest players.
I think
right now.
So I think we won't. I agree with you. I think they might tease Gen 10. That's like a big thing that I think pretty much everybody is in consensus that they kind of expect to see a teaser for Gen 10. Mainly, if not only because, like we talked about last time, the February is the 30th anniversary of Pokemon. So like it just makes sense to do Gen 10 teaser at the 30th anniversary. Like it just, like, it all just synergistically makes so much sense. So there's that aspect. It is time for a 3D Mario. We haven't got a 3D Mario since literally Odyssey, which is the beginning of the first Switch's life cycle.
Yeah. That game was huge.
That game is still big. People love that game.
Yeah.
And like we just haven't gotten anything. We've gotten a 2D Mario, which I played Super Mario Wonder and I loved it. I thought
it's on my list.
So fun to play, dude. It's so fun. Me and Micah play that game all the time together. But yeah, dude, it's like they've kind of done that, but they haven't done the 3D Mario. Normally, at the beginning of a life cycle of a Nintendo console, they generally come out with a 3D Mario. So that's kind of to be expected. It'll probably be a holiday actual release.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe, but that would be a system seller too. I don't think they're going to give us a mainline Zelda game. I do not think they're going to give us a mainline Zelda game, mainly because Tears of the Kingdom didn't come out that long ago. And by comparison, what I do think we'll get, and nobody's talking about this, I think we're going to get ports in from Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD.
Oh, I would love that. Like, I would actually buy that.
That's what you see what I'm saying? It's like, that would be awesome.
Dude, okay, hear me out. You know how
the same way they did Skyward Sword.
The same way they did Mario Galaxy, where you have 1 and 2. You put Wind Waker and Twilight Princess in a bundle. Dude, if they did that for like $40 for the Switch, which they'll probably do 60 or 70 or something.
Even if it's 50, I'd buy that.
Yeah, but that is so worth. That's 2 legacy titles.
Especially if it's like a remastered, like up-res
Yeah,
version of it.
I mean, the Wii U version
cleaner.
of Wind Waker, like, and it's funny because Wind Waker is one of those games, as well as Paper Mario, that really, like, they didn't really need to be redone the way they were. Like,
No.
they look better, but their graphics and their style is timeless. And now it'll function better. It'll be smoother. I mean, if it's on the regular Switch, just expect 30 FPS because they suck for that.
Sure, but like I'm sure there'll be a Switch 2 edition with a higher frame with a 60 FPS, 4K. Dude, imagine 4K 60 FPS Wind Waker.
That would be sick.
Just
and
blow my mind right now.
Twilight Princess is one of my favorite Zeldas. It's my favorite 3D Zelda.
I can't even fault you for that.
Aside from, it's like, well, Breath of the Wild is its own beast. That's like number 3, and then Twilight Princess, then A Link to the Past for me personally. Twilight Princess, I love it. I love the characters, and I love like.
But A Link to the Past isn't 3D; it's 2D.
Exactly, but my favorite 3D Zelda is Twilight Princess, and I played a lot of Wind Waker. I got stuck after I pulled the Master Sword. I didn't really know where to go. But
I love Wind Waker so much, dude. It's actually one of my favorites for sure.
Yeah, I think the best thing about that prospect is if they bundle that together, like Mario Galaxy and Mario Galaxy 2. Like, if you didn't buy the All-Stars bundle, it's like, yeah, that would be cool. And that would be worth doing, but because I have the All-Star bundle,
doesn't really make sense for you. Yeah.
No, I actually just bought Mario Galaxy on the original hardware, so I have it for the original Wii now.
Yeah, there you go.
But this is something, because Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, the remake or remasters, were released for the Wii U, and it'll be.
And most people didn't have that console.
Yeah, and it would be so easy to put that on the Switch. And if they don't do it, they're crazy. They could be printing money.
Just literally up-res it, which they have the capacity to do. It takes very little time by comparison to, you're not doing a Metroid Prime where you're like fully from the ground up.
Yeah, it could be
like
just a remaster.
Assets.
Or, I mean, if they did decide to remake it, who cares?
Cool. So I actually have one for that. So I think they're going to do what we said. Do a HD port of these games, maybe slightly up-resed, maybe like a HD 0.2 like remake where it's like slightly up-resed versions of the Wii U ones. And I think if I had it my way, this is what they would do. And I think if they don't do this, they're dumb. I think they're gonna take the Link Awakening style and they're gonna redo A Link to the Past in that style.
That would make my whole life.
And with the if they do that, the thing that will come after that is A Link Between Worlds done in that exact same style, bro. Listen, I'm cooking, dude. Let me cook, bro. That's just That would be because that is quite literally the sequel to A Link to the Past is A Link Between Worlds. So like it's supposed to be like its sequel.
Yeah,
kind of.
sequel-ish, spiritual successor-ish.
Spiritual successor, but it would make sense in the timeline of the games if you're going through all of the handheld games and turning them in, or the 2D 16-bit era looking games.
I love A Link Between Worlds. I played it when it came out. I had a 2DS, the doorstop. Yep. And I love the 2DS, by the way. I think the 2DS is like one of the
underrated
best
console.
It is. It's one of the best things Nintendo's ever had, because if you're not really into the 3D gimmick, you could just play the good games that they have on a handheld, and it was great.
3DS
I loved
also, like 3DS was one of those consoles that, like, I had a Wii U. I didn't really care about the DS that much, because I didn't get one. But the 3DS was the first time that they ever came out with a console that I didn't get, that I was like, dang. This game library is hot, and I am missing out so much.
They had the 3DS had a lot of good games. They had the Kid Icarus Uprising game, which it looked awesome.
The Fire Emblem game for the 3DS was awesome. The
Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance,
was awesome. Link Between Worlds was awesome.
Yeah.
The Pokemon games for the 3DS, Alpha.
It's like Alpha,
Sun
Omega.
And Moon, Summon.
But
Moon, right?
it was like Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire. But I mean,
and Sun and Moon,
Sun and Moon came out for the 3DS as well. I think I think X and Y came out for the 3DS, I believe.
Dude, yeah, they had like 3 cycles of Pokemon on one console, which doesn't really happen normally for an individual console. You normally
I personally
only get like 1 or 2.
I loved Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. I'm sure there are people that don't like it, but I mean,
I know I've only heard positive things. I'm sure that people don't like it because everybody doesn't like stuff. But
yeah, sure.
Like I think it's generally lauded as a pretty great game.
They
fixed some stuff in that game.
I would love to see Gen 5 remakes.
So back to the conversation that we had last week. If you missed last week, we cooked with this one too.
Yeah.
And I think if they did Gen 5 in an HD 2.5D style and all of the old games that aren't 3D get remade into this new, like what they're doing with not Dragon Warrior, Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
it's kind of the same. Yeah. The ones that they're doing with Dragon Warrior or Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3 right now, with that 2D, 3D art style, or if you've ever played Octopath Traveler or Triangle Strategy, it's that style. Cool. You kind of get what I'm saying. It's like that for Pokemon would be so freaking sick. And like this, if they do that kind of stuff, that kind of stuff is the thing where I'm like, take my money.
It's funny because like
just take it.
Nintendo, maybe not Pokemon as much, but Nintendo, they like pride themselves on changing the formula and changing things up and doing things different.
Generally
like,
advanced.
Even to a fault, like again, the Paper Mario series is a great example where they're like, okay, we did the first 2, we have to do things differently moving forward. And it arguably ruined that series.
Well, that's what Mario and Luigi was too, because Mario and Luigi was technically the spiritual successor for Super Mario RPG.
It was like their handheld.
So Super Mario RPG, Legend of the 7 Stars, never got anything outside of that game.
Yeah.
Then what they did is they took the mechanics from that, ported it over to the Game Boy Advanced, and made Mario and Luigi, which also did really, really well.
Yeah,
but
and Paper Mario is also birthed from that.
Exactly. And then you go back to the console, and console-wise, yeah, you're right. Paper Mario for the GameCube is like the spiritual successor to, but you skipped an entire console between those 2 games.
Yeah. Well, it goes N64, then GameCube, and then the Game Boy Advance was out with the GameCube, and then Alpha Dream is the one they made the Mario Luigi saga or the Mario and Luigi series, and I love that first game, dude.
Mario and Luigi? Yeah, that's really good.
I love it. It's awesome. Like Mario has translated very well to the RPG realm, I think, which is crazy to say.
It's weird, but it works.
I don't quote me on this. I saw somewhere in the world, allegedly Square Enix or Squaresoft employees would give their developers Super Mario RPG, and they said you have to play this game, because you got to know how to make good RPGs. And I was like,
Square made that game.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like it's like their test. It's like, you got to play it all the way through. You got to know what a good RPG is. So here
it is a really, I mean, that honestly,
that could be completely false, but I swear I saw that recently.
Between that and freaking Chrono Trigger.
That game's awesome.
If you basically look at those 2 as like your magnum opus, like play these 2 games, you will understand RPGs. Like that, and Dragon Quest, obviously. So it's like you can play those kind of 3 or 4 games, and it's like, all right, I now understand RPGs. Now we can make them. That does make a lot of sense. So, yeah, I think that we're gonna get something, and I think the things that we've said so far are kind of hopes and dreams and a little bit of some stuff that I think that are probably going to come. I expect a 3D Mario announcement. I kind of expect a Gen 10 Pokemon announcement. I think that's pretty well to be expected. And then I think, like I said, the Zelda thing I think might be a one more thing. So if I had any claim on what I think the one more thing is, it's going to be porting those 2 the Wind Waker and Twilight Princess over to Switch 2, and then doing the remake as like the final. Very similar when they did the Echoes of Wisdom reveal. Like they'll just do something like that where it's like, oh, cool, new Zelda game in that style. What is it? A Link to the Past. Freaking sick.
Or they shadow drop it like Metroid Prime.
Yeah, or that. But then they give us a couple more, like they give us a year or two, and then they do A Link Between Worlds as the spiritual successor in that same kind of style, and they basically start moving all of those older Zelda games into the isometric top-down kind of style. I do love that style also, just to be fair. And like my wife played Link's Awakening like a million times. She loves that game, and
I do too.
I think I love Link's Awakening. A Link to the Past is one of my favorite Zelda games of all time. Like similar to you, it's one of my favorite games of all time. If we get a remake with slightly more content in it, it's gonna be one of the greatest games like ever, in my opinion. So yeah, and then I expect to hear things like, Duskbloods, things that are going to be coming to Switch. Like I know they're getting speaking of Resident Evil, like they're getting the Resident Evil 7 and 8, which is Biohazard and Village, are coming to Switch directly, not cloud versions, but like regular versions. They're also Switch is also getting like the Final Fantasy 7 stuff, like the remakes of that. I think it's going to be a lot of games that already exist that are just getting Switch 2 versions now that the Switch 2 has the power to actually play those games on the system. Yeah. I think as much as I don't really care about Cyberpunk personally, it does in fact prove to most developers that it's like, hey, your game can run on this. At a very high quality level. So I understand why they did it. I don't necessarily care about it personally. It's not a system seller for me.
Yeah.
So in talking about kind of the future, Brooks, I have a Game Rant 2026 game release dates calendar. And this is from what I understand, games that have already been like announced or scheduled for release for this year. And so this is the entire year. I want to go through these with you, and let's talk about some of the ones that we are the most excited about.
I need this list because I really don't know what's coming out this year, like off the top of my head. I'm not super familiar.
All right. I'm going to make sure that this is formatted correctly. All right. So this is January stuff, so we're gonna go through this kind of fast. Not a whole lot here that Tales Beyond the Horizon, I believe, is a Tales game.
That's cool.
No, that's Trails. Trails Beyond the Horizon. There is a Tales game somewhere in this list because I saw it.
Gotcha.
There was one game on here that I was really Highguard. So Highguard just came out. Have you heard about this?
No, I've never heard about it.
So Highguard is the game that if you watch the Game Awards was their like one more thing game that they announced.
Yeah.
And it's developers from developers from one of the shooters. I want to say it's Valorant.
Oh, that one? Oh, like the first person shooter or whatever, the new one that came out. Okay, yeah, I do remember that.
And then it's also Titanfall 2's developer.
Oh, I see. Okay, so, now it's coming back to me.
And it's interesting. It's like it kind of looks like a high fantasy whatever these things are called.
It's kind of like a first-person shooter, like a high fantasy.
But it's like a battle shooter, like a team shooter.
It almost looks like a futuristic fantasy, kind of sort of like a League of Legends
kind of
type, where it's like it's got high fantasy, but it's also got like technology.
Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah, it
looks really cool, and it's out right now. A lot of people are like hating on this for I don't know why.
Sure.
Because mainly it's because people are just like wanting something to hate. I don't quite know why.
First person shooters are not really my cup of tea, but
like the team shooters right now are really big with things like Valorant or like PUBG was massive, obviously, and then like Fortnite and those kind of games. But this is like the newest one of those. I've heard a lot of people say it's actually really good. It's a little buggy.
Forget that, man. I want to hear more about the perfect pencil right there.
Oh, dude, freaking the perfect pencil, bro.
I want to see it because that's like a silly name, but it could be one of those like really sweet indie games.
This does look like a very cute
fun.
indie game.
I love the name. The name is silly and it makes me laugh. But like
your character has a VHS recorder for a head.
Sold.
That's crazy.
It looks cute.
That's insane.
Could be really good. Could be like a sleeper hit.
The Perfect Pencil is a surreal action platformer that tells the tale of personal development and of psychology and the psychology of fear. Join protagonist John as he awakens in a bizarre, hand-drawn kingdom and comes face to face with the terrors that dwell in the last place he'd have thought to look. So, yeah, sounds cool. I'm in. That sounds really, really dope.
I mean, the name spoke to me.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and there's a bunch of other things that we've seen. Moving into this month of February, there's a couple that I'm really excited about in February, like Dragon Quest VII.
Oh, is it remastered? Oh,
the reimagined one.
Yeah, I need to play those. I need to play 1, 2, and 3, like those games. I need to finish Dragon Quest 11, but oh yeah, and the art style. Look at that; it looks awesome.
This is like the Dragon Quest 11 art style.
Did they cast? Oh, I thought they just cast Cracker for a second. It's
Frizz Cracker.
I was like, dude, did you just cast Cracker?
Look at the open world. The open world looks so fun.
Oh yeah, it looks really great and stylized, and Pokemon take notes.
Dude, this actually is a really good point of Pokemon take notes in this game right here.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you've already stolen from Minecraft and Pokopia. Just steal from Dragon Quest and make something visually appealing.
Yeah.
Come on.
The one I'm excited about is further down. So the other one I'm excited about for February is Resident Evil Requiem.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that's the one I got.
goodness,
I got those mixed up earlier. So there's Silent Hill F and there's Resident Evil Requiem.
So Silent Hill F came out this past year. Resident Evil Requiem is slated for end of February 27th. February 27th. Yep, that's what it says right here. Like, this looks so cool. The best thing about this, in my opinion, is the fact that I don't know if you know, every Resident Evil has like the thing that it's doing. This goes back to the Resident Evil 6 thing that it was attempting to do, which I don't know if you know about Resident Evil 6. I don't know how much you know about Resident Evil in general.
I actually, weirdly enough, the only Resident Evil that I've ever played, and I do own, is Resident Evil 5, and people hated that game.
I like that game. It's short and sweet.
I didn't get too deep into it, but I did play it. But
I played it co-op with a friend, and it made it so much more fun.
Because it's Chris and Sheva. It's those two. And then
I could see how people didn't like it if they played it by themselves, but playing it co-op is freaking fun.
Yeah.
What Resident Evil 6 tried to do is like a version of Resident Evil 5 where you kind of are supposed to play it co-op, but also there's like a bunch of characters, and each character was supposed to have like an individual playing style, and they definitely did not. What they're doing here is, instead of making it more co-op focused, it's still single player, but depending on what you're doing in the story, you swap between her and Leon. And depending on who you're in, like whose point of view you're in, the play style changes. So if you're with Leon, you're like the Resident Evil 4 action RPG over the shoulder style. And if you're with her, it's like the run, hide, older school, like Resident Evil 2 type thing where you're doing more of the the survival horror stuff. Very similar, more similar to like what Silent Hill does.
Yeah.
So
cool. How many of these games is Leon gonna survive, dude?
Dude, Leon is that guy, bro.
He is.
Leon is that guy.
Because I know very little about Silent Hill. I know about Jill Valentine. I know Leon Kennedy. I know Chris Redfield. I know Albert Wesker. I know. I think they did that in RE3. Emily's been catching up on a lot of the RE games, like she said earlier.
I can't remember.
Leon is baby girl.
I can't remember. Leon is baby girl. Leon is OG baby girl, GameCube baby girl. I can't remember in RE3 if they did it the whole game or if it was just for certain parts. I think the positive of this one is going to be it's supposed to be like the entire game is this way. Yeah. But I don't remember. Don't quote me on that one. I can't remember. I do have the remake of 3 and 2 to play because I do love Resident Evil games a whole lot. But yeah, I'm very, very, very excited about this game. It looks great. Yeah, it's gonna be really, really fun.
Yeah, they swap between Carlos and Jill halfway through. So they have 2 POVs in the remake of 3, I believe, is what.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
What she was talking.
That makes sense.
Yeah, we watched it together.
So they probably test. I think this one is supposed to be way more often. Whereas like that one halfway through they swap POVs like halfway through the game. Yes, and I think they did the POV thing in Resident Evil 2 remake. Yes, I think that one was a lot more often. But yeah, they're trying that thing to really reintroduce the older school style of playing Resident Evil, which I really enjoy. Like I said, I think it's really, really fun. Slay the Spire 2 also, if you're I'm just now diving into this game. I have not really played into this game very much, but I know a lot of people love this game. It's a card-based kind of game. Super, super excited to dive into this. I know a lot of people love it. I'm excited that it's coming out March 2026 is what it says.
I see Marathon right there. Yep. That one's controversial. I
do not know why it's controversial.
I reacted to a video about how do I articulate this? I reacted to a video by Actman, and he was talking about how there was a lot of controversy around Marathon, and like Bungie was like stealing assets for certain things and not paying the artists or something. Like it was a whole big thing.
So it's like a Bungie problem.
It was for sure.
I mean,
so
that makes sense. It's also another extraction shooter, and guess what? I'm tired of extraction shooters. So
yeah. Luckily, I don't want to say luckily, but I just objectively don't play shooters at all, just because I've the only real shooters I like are Metroid Prime. Like that's
fair.
And well, I like I don't know what it's called, like the first person RPGs. Like they're not shooters though. They're like Oblivion. Like I like that kind of stuff.
They also don't have to be though. You can swap stuff between.
She said, "I'm tired of these game prices, bro."
Yeah, I'm not excited about how much all of these are going to cost either.
A friend of mine in the chat recently was talking about that as well. They're from Canada, and
I bet it's even worse there.
It's like they are telling me how new game prices are like $80 to $90 or something in Canada because they use a different currency. But
yeah, it's a higher exchange rate. And their economy is a little worse off than ours. Pokemon Pokopia, we talked about it. I will not be playing it. I will probably watch some people play it, just so I can have a better feel of it.
Emily said
it's just not my style of game.
She said it stinks that it's only coming out for the Switch 2, and I agree. I feel like it would. It would behoove them to release it for the Switch one as well.
Well, I think by March, they're probably going to be comfortably in the life cycle of the Switch 2 and kind of moving away from the transition of away from the Switch 1. Because last year was mostly that transition.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to start seeing a lot less games for Switch 1.
Oh, yeah.
The one,
wow.
Another horror game that we just talked about, Fatal Frame. They're doing a Fatal Frame 2 remake.
Oh, okay, cool. That took me a second. I was like, I'm having to cycle through Silent Hill and Resident Evil and then Fatal Frame now.
Fatal Frame's a totally different game. Yep. That's the one.
Shut down.
That's the one that you use the camera.
That's so cool.
I love this. I think it's so cool. This game is really, really sick. It's a game that I didn't have a Dreamcast, so I never got to play it. But it's a game that I've seen people play a million times, and I'm very excited.
Yeah.
hopefully have that on Steam. Monster Hunter Stories 3. As you're a resident Monster Hunter guy.
Mouse is coming out this year?
Yep, Mouse and Crimson Desert are coming out the same day, bro.
Okay, I got to get both of those. I'm going to have to. Like, it's legally required of me to play Mouse.
Yeah, this is... we
That's
reacted
the only first-person shooter I'm going to be playing this year.
We
Mouse.
we reacted to this so long ago. I feel
like 2 years ago, at least, right?
Yeah, something like, or at least a year ago, we reacted to it.
It'll probably be like $15 on Steam.
I'm really hoping so. It looks so fun.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to that. And then Crimson Desert is coming out too. If it's not super, well, I'm obviously gonna buy Mouse first, but like,
yeah. I'm definitely gonna prioritize Mouse first, but
Crimson
Desert. I mean, dude, just from that gameplay we watched the other day,
this is one of those games that to me is probably gonna cost like $60 to $70.
But it's gonna be worth $60 or $70.
I don't know. I have to see gameplay.
I mean, based on the gameplay that we saw, the tester gameplay that we saw the other day, it does look. I mean, look at that. That looks really cool. It looks really awesome. The only thing I'm worried about is how repetitive the gameplay is going to be.
Yeah,
that is the only thing that I'm worried about. Because sometimes some of those kind of games can get a little bit. They don't get boring because the story is bad, or they don't get boring because of the environment, but they get boring because the gameplay is not, it doesn't change around enough. And like you said, when we watched the game, remember they donned that dude's armor and he got a different moveset. And I'm hoping that is going to be enough to shift gameplay wise, to keep it fresh as you go through. Everything. It looks very cool.
Right. I'm going to have to wait for reviews on that one personally, just because,
Oh, I'm definitely going to wait for reviews on that one.
Yeah.
But it is one that I am going to be like...
It's on the radar.
If people review it above an 8 out of 10, I'm probably going to get it because it looks pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be nice to add one more game to my PS5.
Sure.
That makes a whole like 3.
Yeah. Well, dude, freaking that's a really solid February and March. I'm actually really excited about February and March.
So far Dragon Quest and Mouse of all games.
So
and Crimson
February,
Desert.
February we got Dragon Quest, we got and we didn't even talk about Mario Tennis Fever. If you're a Mario Tennis fan, that's really
Mario
cool.
Tennis is pretty
I know a lot of people love that game, but Resident Evil, Requiem, Slay the Spire 2, Fatal Frame looks really, really fun, and Crimson Desert and Mouse all coming out on the same. Like,
what's that Cthulhu game? Go down to the.
So yeah, let's just move into April. We got Cthulhu, the Cosmic Abyss.
I wonder if it's like a point and click or something.
No, it looks like a third-person survival game. That's what it looks like.
Okay, I might have to play.
It kind of looks like Dead Spacey.
Yeah, I might have to play that. I still got to read Lovecraft and all that. Just
because
I'm fascinated by like the Eldritch stuff.
This is kind of a Big Bad Wolf is the developer and Nacon is the publisher. It kind of looks like I said, very much in that like Dead Space kind of. Hopefully it's not that railsy, but hopefully it's a little more like.
Sorry guys, my nose is runny.
Akin to like a Resident Evil or a Silent Hill survival horror mixed with like a Dead Space kind of thing. It looks very fun.
Yeah, the reason I think that what sparked my interest in like the Eldritch horror kind of like Lovecraftian thing is Bloodborne, because Bloodborne draws a very heavily. I love that last Cthulhu game. Yeah, like Bloodborne draws from the Lovecraftian horror of like, I just love it. I love the concept of that, where it's like these mystical outer gods and stuff like that are just like they're incomprehensible to the human mind, and like it's like sci-fi, but also like mystical. I don't know. Something about it just tickles my brain in a way.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I'm about it, dude. It looks really, really cool. There's not really much in April. And like as we're going through the list, there's going to be less and less.
Yeah. Invincible Versus was cool. I still need to finish. I've only seen season 1 and I loved season 1 of Invincible.
Yeah. I haven't gotten into that show. But yeah, it's going to be it's an Invincible. It's going to be like an Invincible fighter.
I would say 6
game.
out of 10. It's really good.
I know some people that's like their favorite show right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
So May we get Forza Horizon 6, which is the one that's going to be in Japan.
Okay.
Which will be pretty cool. 007 First Light, new 007 game.
That should be interesting to hear what people say about that.
So Lego Batman.
This game, okay.
Bro, so this game looks freaking sick. I'm not even going to lie. It looks freaking amazing.
So you know what's crazy about this game? Again, allegedly, I heard, maybe I'm wrong, this game is like a huge file for whatever reason. The game
because it's all 3 of the Arkham games basically in one game.
Holy crap.
So theoretically, that's what I've heard. It's supposed to be like the size of all 3 of the Arkham games,
Holy crap.
like together, and it's like a similar play style to the Arkham games. Like you have like the grappling hook thing. I don't know. Have you seen this? Have you seen gameplay of this yet?
Maybe like a little bit here and there.
Oh, bro, no.
Are they bringing back Will Arnett and everything to do the voice?
I don't know, but I am gonna show you. Some gameplay of this.
If I know anything about this game, it went the PC version specifically. Like, holy crap, you're going to have to wait like a year before they optimize this bitch.
You can fly through the city, bro.
Holy crap.
Look, you got the sneaking stuff of the Arkham games.
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. I'm allergic to nuts.
Okay, that's awesome. That's the Michael Keaton throwback.
I think it's supposed to be all 3 Dark Knight movies. Lego Batman, very excited. Gonna play probably the mess out of that. Nocturne for June. Peace Island for July. Phantom Blade.
Oh, I have seen this.
So Phantom Blade looks really cool. This is a PlayStation game once again. Getting your PlayStation stuff ready to go. I'm just gonna play it. I'll just let it kind of play while we talk about it. But it's like another samurai game, action kind of game. Reminds me a little bit of like Sekiro.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the gameplay goes, or maybe like almost. I don't want to say like a Dynasty Warriors game because it's not quite what it is.
Yeah, I see
but
what you
maybe
mean.
like a Ninja Gaiden more so.
It's inspired by a lot of the games that came before it, like your Ninja Gaidens and your Sekiros and your. I'm sure it's got a little bit of Dynasty Warrior in there somehow. Yeah,
Ninja Gaiden and Devil May Cry are like it's.
Oh yeah, that is like those two
is like the style that it is. It's very, very cool. This is also like not the first Phantom Blade game, I don't believe. I think this is like a prequel game. Yeah, it looks awesome. It looks very, very sick. I have a feeling that I'm a little worried that it's going to be one of those games that's going to look really, really sick. Probably play really, really well, but people are going to be so tired from action hack and slashers.
Yeah.
By this point that I think we might miss this one fully.
This could be the last great one, and then they have like people are just burnt out on it because like
I'm kind of hoping that that's the case because this looks amazing.
Yeah, this would be kind of a nice like send off for that, but also like people are kind of getting tired of Souls likes.
Yeah, in general.
Man, I'm waiting on the next FromSoft game. I need another one
for sure.
What's crazy is that allegedly. Miyazaki was like, dude, yeah, Elden Ring was awesome and cool, and I think that was great. It wasn't. I could do better.
Oh God.
He literally was like, it still isn't my idealized action RPG, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like,
by the way, I did finally get Elden Ring. It went on sale during the holidays.
good.
I did finally get it. I have not played it yet, so
it's gonna change your life. Change mine.
And then Grand Theft
Change
Auto
mine.
6, November 19th. I fully expect that to be delayed again.
Oh, GTA 6, I don't think is ever coming out, to be honest.
Yeah, it's scheduled to come out in November.
It's not coming out in November. It isn't.
I don't think so. They're still working on it. So unconfirmed games. I'm gonna just scroll through these real quick and see.
Dustbloods, I see.
Yeah, so Dustbloods they haven't like given a date for. We do know it exists,
and we might get a date in this upcoming.
That's kind of what I'm hoping for. Is we'll finally see a date for it.
What's the Deus Ex thing? I've heard about that game for a long time. I have no idea what it's about. Oh, really? Huh.
It's a remastered version.
I heard people like
game.
the story of that game, but I don't know much about it.
It's like a first-person shooter mech controller game.
Yeah, but I've heard the story is pretty gnarly. So
yeah, let's see. There's
Valor Mortis,
dude.
And
Yeah,
Dinch Attack.
that game, Dinch Attack and Valor Mortis. I'm actually very excited for both of those. I try not to give us games that are just going to be kind of mid that we react to.
Yeah. Dinch Attack looks crazy.
Dinch Attack looks insane. But
Yeah.
Valor Mortis, from like a FromSoft kind of perspective, looks so sick,
Right.
dude. And that might be your like holdover FromSoft-esque game until you get like an actual FromSoft game.
Yeah.
Depending on when it decides to come out, because we don't know.
You know what's crazy? This is a side note. I would love for FromSoft to come out. Are you familiar with Kingsfield at all?
No.
So Kingsfield is like the predecessor to Dark Souls and Demon Souls and all that, because they made that first, and that's where the Moonlight Greatsword originates from. I would love if they rebooted Kingsfield somehow and made it like this super awesome, like first person high fantasy RPG, but with the FromSoft touch and the modern FromSoft touch. Oh, that's like, oh god, I'd lose my mind.
So we also have Elder Scrolls 6. I don't know if that's same as GTA 6. I don't know if that's ever coming out.
Yeah. Dude, speaking of Bethesda, oh my God, Andrew, we need the Fallout remasters and remakes.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Fallout 3 and New Vegas, there's rumors, right? There are rumors that they are...
Because they're doing New Vegas in the show right now, right?
Yeah.
They're doing that storyline in the show.
Is great.
Well, they're
by the way.
kind of
Season
doing
2's
like
better than
they're
season
kind
1,
of doing a combo of 4 and
they're
7,
pulling from, so it's its own separate lore, but it's all canon to the world of Fallout, which is
but it's like all like time wise.
Yeah, they're
like,
pulling
mixed in between
stuff.
places. Yeah,
dude, they have some like very obvious stuff and some very like subtle pulls from the lore. And I
saw
like,
the mech suit finally showed up, or the Fallout suit finally showed up.
Oh yeah, well, there's a different. I don't want to spoil it.
Okay.
The power armor was in season 1, but
I just didn't see it in season 1.
Oh yeah, it's like the Brotherhood of Steel is established very early in season 1, so it's not really a spoiler. So, but that's a huge part of the Fallout world. But those games, I need those. Like, I've been dying to play New Vegas. It's just extremely difficult to play it on PC because you need a bunch of mods to make it work. And the history of that game, I could talk about that game for a while.
The other one, Fable, which they've announced and they've been talking about it a lot recently. I'm actually very excited about that.
Is it like a remake or a remaster or
this
some
is
kind of reimagining?
New game.
Wow, completely new game in that franchise, because Fable's a franchise.
Yep, fully new game.
Wow.
Did you ever play the original Fable game?
No.
So you don't know its gimmick?
No.
So its gimmick is that as you play the game, you start young and you live through the years of your character. So your character real time in the game ages.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, there's like a lot of
Humphrey.
Yeah. You get a girl option. There's like all of these, beasts and stuff that you kill.
Cool.
That's the whole thing of Fable. It looks really dope. I was a Fable fan from afar. I never got to play it because I didn't have an Xbox.
Yeah, I didn't either.
So I never got to play it.
Weirdly enough, my grandma had an Xbox, but I
actually kind of want to go back, and I think they have it on Steam. I kind of want to go back and grab that on Steam and see if I can play the original, because I never got to play it. But yes, it looks really, really fun. I'm very excited about this. I'm very excited that people are actually recognizing Fable again outside of it just being like an old Xbox game. And it's getting 2026 shine.
Cool.
Yoshi, Mysterious Book. I think we're almost at the end of this. Yoshi and Mysterious Book. It looks like a fun kids game. New Tomb Raider. The Halo remake of the first game.
Oh, Bloodstained is getting a sequel?
Yep, Bloodstained, the Scarlet Engagement.
I played that a little bit because I have the first Bloodstained, and that's actually, I mean, it's like a Castlevania derivative.
Yep.
Vivi the Drawn, what's up? Thanks for showing up. We're just going over some potential future game releases right now.
Yeah.
What site is this from again?
So this is Game Rant's list.
Game Rants. Okay.
So this is, we already went through like all the confirmed ones, and now we're looking at the ones that have been like announced that we know exist but haven't been given like hard dates.
Gotcha.
The new Marvel Wolverine game.
I was just
really,
about to
really
say
cool.
that game looks awesome.
It looks fun. The Avatar Legends fighting game actually does not look very cool. It actually looks like a very big waste of time.
Yeah, maybe.
And then Decapolice also looked really cool. I don't remember where I saw, but I saw a trailer for that, and it looked really, 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 really awesome.
2026 is, I mean, we got a lot of options, but I mean, there's at least 5 games on here that I'm like, oh, if there are five, at least 5, then that's a pretty good year, because I mean,
there's also supposed to be a new Rhythm Heaven. If you're
sweet.
into Rhythm Heaven, which I know a lot of people are like into rhythm games. Where was it? Here it is. Rhythm Heaven Groove.
Not bad.
Yeah, dude, there's like, as long as there's, like you said, 5 or 6 games throughout the course of an entire year, like if we're being very, very real, how often do we get time to like fully complete a game?
Yeah.
It's pretty rare, I would say, that we actually get to fully ever complete a game.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of in this thing of, is like you said, if there's like 5 or 6 games that we could play, like the Resident Evil game, or, you know, Valor Mortis, like that looks sick, or, you know, some of those other games that we were looking at. High Guard looks okay. I don't know. It's a free-to-play game, so I'm going to probably try it.
Yeah.
But really, it's like Mouse and Crimson Desert actually have me the most excited.
Yeah, for me, it's definitely Mouse and Dragon Quest that I'm like.
Oh yeah, the Dragon Quest 7
like,
remake looked really, really fun. Well, you're also in your like Dragon Quest.
I'm in my RPG. Right, I'm in my RPG era right now.
100%.
I love it. I've been playing. I got to the end of Polished Crystal, realized my team was butt cheeks, and might actually started over. Because I'm doing the Kanto half. Yeah. And like the gym leaders were fine. I tried to fight Lance in that game.
Is it based on Gen 2?
It's based on Pokemon Crystal, but there's a lot of quality of life changes and stuff like that. It's like an 8 out of 10. There's a few things I don't like about it, but overall very good. My team was just butt cheeks, so
got it.
I might have to start over and do it all over again, which I
mean,
don't mind.
I'm just playing Fire Red Omega just to like try and capture every Pokemon that exists in Gen 3 or in the
I need to go back and play
Gen
that
3.
one too again. I love that game.
Yeah, it's dude, it's been really fun, and it's like, I don't know, quality of life stuff in that game has been really, really nice, just to like keep things faster paced.
Yes.
I do love that. Did it have the physical special split? When did that happen? Was that Gen 3? Gen 3? So yeah, they already had that. I couldn't remember.
No, 4. I'm sorry, Gen 4.
But they added it in for this ROM hack, I think.
I don't think so. For Radical Red, yes, but I don't think Fire Red Omega has it. They do for Polished Crystal as well. You can turn it on or off, which is cool. But Gen 4 is when the physical special split happened and changed the game, literally.
Quite literally changed the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, dude, there's a lot of cool stuff. I am very excited about a lot of this. What I'm not excited about is how expensive it's going to be. I'm not excited about how expensive it's going to be. I mean, even Resident Evil Requiem alone is going to be like $70, $80. I know it is.
Bro, you're going to have to sell your house for that game.
I'm not excited. Well, luckily, I got Silent Hill. I got the Silent Hill games to kind of tide me over in that realm for a little while. And I can also see like Resident Evil's been batting like 10 out of 10s the last 2 games. Like Biohazard and Village are both pretty freaking awesome games. Mm-hmm. So I'm not saying that they're due for a loss, but if one was gonna flop, it would be this one. And I don't think the thing is I don't think it's going to. Like I think they kind of like got their bad games out.
Yeah.
But Biohazard and Village have been really, really good. And the remakes have been killing it. 2 and 3, like people love, and the 4 remake, people love those a lot. So, really hoping that this one's going to be kind of more up my alley, but I'm probably going to have to wait a little bit on it. Mm-hmm. What we don't know is like what, because we're not going to know because they're indie developers, like what cool, I'm very excited about all the cool indie games that are probably going to be coming out this year. I'm very excited. I actually have some that I want to play. I want to try to stream. Mm-hmm. There's one called Constance that's really cool. Have you seen that one? Mm-mm. I think we'll end it on this because this is a good one to end on. Because this is once again very much up our alley of like, very much up our alley of like 2D platformer, Hollow Knight with a kind of thing with I don't want to say like a gimmick necessarily. It's got like the thing that it does, if that makes sense. So let's check this out. This is gameplay trailer. It's only like a minute long.
Wow. Already the colors are like, yeah. Wow. Okay, very up your alley.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I feel like this is a much more puzzle-oriented action platformer.
It's very Celeste-y. But the platforming reminds me more of Hollow Knight.
It's like a mix of both.
Yeah. Because it's got combat and stuff.
Wow. Art style's awesome. Yeah, that looks cool.
I just got this game and I'm actually it came out kind of near the end of last year and I'm very excited to play it.
Yeah.
And I think it's probably going to be one of the games that I try to play a lot more of this year. So, Brooks, thanks for doing the podcast with me today.
Yeah, man. Got a lot of cool stuff to look forward to.
Yeah, there's so much fun stuff to look forward to this year. Hey, if you're listening and you got a game that we didn't mention or a game that you're like, oh, they didn't talk about this, maybe they don't know about it, like drop it in the comments for us because we want to check out all sorts of cool stuff and react to some things and trailers and things like that. So we want to make sure that we got plenty of stuff. We want to hear what you guys are interested in. Also, if you want to listen to us and not necessarily watch us, we're every other week-ish. We're posting all the time, but the podcast itself goes out generally every other Friday. And we try to get it on audio platforms as well, so you can check us out there. Make sure you subscribe while you're there. Like us on all the places, and we will be eternally grateful. Brooks, do you have anything that you want to leave the people with?
I am so ready for mouse. Mouse.